How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Marty. How's it going? I just wanted to jump on very quickly and talk about something that I think is quite exciting and potentially happening this weekend. So, the guitar I'm holding is a Harley Benton Dullahan, which, if you're not familiar, was their first take on a headless guitar. So, these came out in 2020, I believe, or very late 2019. There's been a couple of revisions. They were very well received, very well spec'd. I've owned 5 of them, I think, over the last while. I've bought, sold, modified, all that sort of stuff. At the minute, I have 3 of them, which is ridiculous, but I love getting them, modifying them, and using them for covers and things like that. So they've been teasing these guitars for nearly a year, and I think the first tease was at Guitar Summit last year. If you go on to Harley Benton's Instagram account and look at the Guitar Summit highlight that they have from last year, you can see a very short clip of someone playing it. He's using like an in-ear system, so you can't hear the audio, but you get a look at the guitar. They've quite radically changed it. They've put a cutaway here so you can sit in the classical position. It's got a sandblasted finish. It's got a Harley Benton engraved logo, very Strandberg-ish, and new pickups, a new nut, all this sort of stuff. So that looks quite interesting. Another really interesting aspect about this was that someone on a Harley Benton Facebook group managed to see leaked details on product names and specs, and I was really surprised. So they have removed this. I didn't get a chance to see it for myself, but the guy took a photo of it. I'm going to put it up on screen, but I'm also going to talk through it because it sounds pretty interesting. So, don't mind me looking at my phone. I'm just wanting to read these off as accurately as possible. If I can find it. Okay, here we go. So, let's see. In the guy's screenshot, he has 6 guitars listed. So they're ranging from €444 right up to €598. For me, the most exciting part here is there's 3 models shown with a trem. So that was not what I expected, but that's really cool. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the trem on a headless guitar. It's going very Strandberg direction. So if we start at the cheapest one, Harley Benton Dullahan 2 Plus FFV. I'm not too sure what that FFV could mean. It could be a color code. I'm not too sure. And then the next one up is Harley Benton Dullahan 2 Plus FFR. So not too sure what that means. Oh, Fanfret? Fanfret FF? I could be right. I don't know, but we'll see. Harley Benton Dullahan Plus PB. Both those first 2 were €444. Now we're up to one at €498. Harley Benton Dullahan 2 Plus PB. So I don't know what that could be. That could be a finish. So now we're moving into the higher price ones. So Harley Benton Dullahan 2 Trem Plus FFV. So it's got a trem on it. €100 more expensive. It could be a trem with a fan fret, I don't know. Then there's another model at that same price of €548. Harley Benton Dullahan 2 Trem Plus FFR. Not too sure what that is. Could be fan fret and then a finish code. Fan fret red, I don't know. But the most expensive one is then Harley Benton Dullahan 2 Trem Plus PB. So not too sure what's going on there. If you notice, the ones that have PB on the end are the most expensive, so I'm guessing those are the top end of whatever models they're bringing out. So that's already really interesting. To be honest with you, I thought they were going to bring out a 7-string version alongside a 6 before they would even bother with a trem, or could be a fanfret model here. So it's really exciting. I can't wait to see what they actually do there. One thing that's also interesting, while I was doing some of my own research, I found another, what looked to be a deleted post. I couldn't click into it. I could only see the screenshot of it. So I'm going to put it on screen as well. So Harley Benton Dullahan 2 Trem Plus SP. So I can actually see the description for this, or at least some of it. Harley Benton Dullahans 2 Trem Sparkle Pink Pro Series headless electric guitar body, American alder with tapered heel and sculpted rear body. So that to me suggests there's a sparkle pink finish in the works, and that's really cool. That price is in pounds actually at 466. So just to summarize, we've got a confirmed color there of sparkle pink, what looks to be at least 2 models with different versions of each model. The prices are ranging from €444 right up to €598. So really exciting. I can't wait. As I say, I've owned 4 or 5 of these guitars, I can't remember. This is from the second iteration of them. It looks like the new ones are going to look completely different. They're going to have a sandblasted finish of some description, but then that screenshot there heavily suggests that there's going to be a sparkle pink. So it's pretty exciting. I don't think anybody's did a video on this, so it's the first time I'm ever that early with this sort of news. One thing I can remember seeing from that Guitar Summit highlight was Tesla humbuckers, which makes sense because they've been using them across their range recently. And I also noticed they had changed the nut design. The previous Dullahans had these 6 individual little triangles that you had to loosen to be able to change the strings, and it was a pain in the ass. It was quite like a Strandberg from what I remember. They're going to be using new hardware for their nut, and the reason I know this is because I've seen it in that Guitar Summit highlight. But funny enough, I actually already had it installed by the time I'd seen that. So there's another company called Apollo that manufactured a new nut for it. And I think that's the same guys that make the bridge pieces. So interesting. The only thing I would say with this thing, retrofitting it myself was a pain in the ass. The screws are very soft. So I had screws break off in the actual part of the guitar. But we got there in the end. But yeah, very interesting time if you're a fan of these guitars, if you're a fan of headless guitars, if you're trying to get into headless guitars but don't want to spend a fortune on a Strandberg, these could be it for you. So you'll probably see a few of these show up in the used market now that the new ones are here. I have 3 of them. They're all heavily modified, but I'm definitely going to get rid of one to try and get one of these new ones. I would love to see a 7-string. That would be amazing. I would love to see a fan fret version of a 7. I want to see them go all out with, you know, the modern appointments here, where it could be a fan fret model, could be a 7-string. We basically have it confirmed that there's a trem, so it's a very exciting time. I can't wait to see how it compares to these. So exciting times ahead. I'm going to try and get this video edited quickly because Guitar Summit is happening from Friday to Sunday, I believe. So we could know as early as Friday, and that's amazing. If you're interested in these particular guitars, I have several covers on my YouTube channel where I'm mostly playing Metallica songs off their new album, but I've used 3 different Harley Bentons with 3 different pickup configurations. They're different versions of each of the Dullahans, so it gives you an idea of what there's already been, I suppose. But yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to check back in once we know what's going on with these really cool guitars. Thanks for watching. See you later.